Hey everyone, Updog here, and today got a video for you about countering the current meta in Crucible. So we just had Season 7 Week 1 that just finished, and I just wanted to go over some of the tips, what to do and what not to do on some of the teams that I saw. So I'm gonna try and do these videos every week just to give you guys an idea of maybe what to look forward to or look out for the following week. So hopefully this helps. We'll jump right into the first match. Here is going to be, I used Bifrost against Pegasus. So in case you aren't sure how to do this match, or what happened to me was I lost my Vahl very early in the match. It was very unfortunate. So I'll show you how I managed through that. So Kestrel ulted right onto Vahl right off the bat. I did decide to go with the probably a not so traditional positioning with Beta Ray and then in the middle and Vahl and Sylvie behind him. So the person whoever attacks will get rewound, and Vahl would put an exposed on them if there's splash damage there. So I thought that might be helpful, but it turned out deleting Vahl or getting rid of Vahl early was not that pretty. So Pegasus is going to do their thing. They're going to take all their million turns before we can get started. The reason why this works is because Team Loki will give Safeguard to the whole team once a cosmic hero takes their turn, which is Kestrel in this case. So that's why it works. If I had Beta Ray over here where Loki is and Loki where Beta Ray is, I probably would have been a lot better off, but lost Vahl, so I was like, well, shoot, should I keep on going? And normally when I run into trouble, I will let it play out. That's probably a good tip to mention as well. Like, you should let it play out. If you lose like a key character like Vahl, just let it play out and see how it goes. See if you can still win. A win with a few deaths is better. That was the best part right there, was the ending. But a win with a few deaths in a one shot is way better for your points versus you quitting out and going back in a second time. So there that is. So once Beta Ray finally got his turn, he flipped all those positive effects into bleeds, and because he's level 99, gear 18, those bleeds hurt a lot, and they all just fell over. So I don't expect that to happen every time, but it's pretty funny that happened this time. So one more time for you. Boom, all those bleeds. They were almost already dead anyway, and just finished them off. So this was the next match I wanted to show you. It is the Black Order with Quicksilver, and we've seen this in other seasons on defense before. So I tried my new warriors with Big Time in there. We'll show you what happens, what you do, the strategy. I would have won this round had it not been for this match, because I didn't end up clearing because that Quicksilver, I don't know how he survived, but he did. So you ultimate onto Thanos, flip all of his positive effects with Big Time, and then I was just going as hard as I could into Quicksilver, but man, it was rough. So Thanos ults in room 4 first turn because of the room rules. Let me see. I wonder if I got a slow on Quicksilver. No, I didn't get a slow. So that was the good part. You can't rewind him, but you know, this looks great, right? We got full health on our side. We're looking great, and then Quicksilver just takes a bunch of turns. Well, that flip kind of hurt too. But Quicksilver goes after my cloak. He deletes my Big Time. I'm like, all right, well, we'll use Gwenpool. We'll heal up. We'll get our Safeguard. Quicksilver takes his next 2 turns. Really hurts my team. I'm like, all right, well, let's try and finish him off here. That didn't work. If I would have gone for the basic, I probably would have killed Deathpool. So I'm like, all right, well, let's just finish off Thanos. We'll get the ping and try and survive another turn, but that didn't happen. So, man, I was so close on that one. Yeah. Like I said, I would have won. I would have won round 2. I only went 1 and 2 for the week, but I would have won had I won this match. Just got to put a little bit more into my new warriors, apparently. My next match, I did get kind of lucky on this one. And you'll see why here. I thought Hivemind Super Scroll would just kind of run over this team. The Black Knight, I believe, wasn't that big. So I wasn't too worried about him deleting my scroll. But it got real close. Well, I guess he's 6 red. The other Black Knight that I faced, I think, was a little smaller. I wasn't too worried. I had the Void Knight, flipping that Black Knight. Flipping all his effects and everything. That Red Hulk special wasn't great, and the Void Knight getting stunned, that also wasn't great. But Striker's Scroll doing lots of damage there. And then there goes Void Knight, but he gets revived, luckily. The ult from Red Goblin I thought was going to do way more than he did. Then I tried to stun Red Hulk, which he had 3 charges, so I'm like, oh, I got Skirmisher Gwenum, hopefully it'll land. Fortunately it didn't. He blocked it. He had the block. And then we have the Scroll ult ready. He's gonna... If he doesn't kill Black Knight here, then he's definitely gonna die. And I'm like, well, we might as well go for it. Even though I have offense down. So I go for it. 7 red scroll. That's the first time he's really paid off for me, having a 7 red. So that was super close. If he would have died, if he wouldn't have killed Black Knight, at least. So got pretty lucky there. The next match I wanted to show you was this Secret Defenders Morgan Le Fay dorm into room 6. I wanted to use Cabal. Their stars obviously aren't that high. I think I have 5 on Iron Patriot and 4 on Leader. They're all gear 18, level 95 when I did this attack. I did bring Blizzard up to level 100 right before the match to hopefully help, but it didn't quite help. Now, as Juicy pointed out in when I was doing this on stream, that this is the main reason why I wanted to show this, was if you run Cabal, you want your Cabal to be bigger than the other characters, or as big as the other characters that you're taking, because you want Cabal to carry your other 2 characters rather than the 2 characters carrying Cabal. So my Namor, he's looking good as far as like power goes, but I just need more stars on the Cabal. So I'll show you what happened. I think I'm gonna work on my Cabal. If they get bigger, they could probably do this match. So I take all the buffs away. I do take away the revive from Robbie, and luckily it hit Black Cat with the other revive removal. So Robbie going after Lizard. He's doing his job. I was hoping for a better flip there from Namor. So maybe a bigger Namor will be able to do that. And then my big time dies, which is fine. He did his job. Wasn't expecting him to last the whole match. But getting stuck behind that Miss Marvel, that was pretty bad. And I'm losing Iron Patriot was pretty bad too. So it pretty much fell apart after that. So a little bit bigger Cabal probably could have handled this, but this was a pretty big punch up. I'll have to go back and check and see what it was here. So yeah, that was a 700k punch up. I think in maybe like a 200 or 300k punch up that would work, but it was just too big of a punch up. But just something to keep in mind in case you do see that team. So 2 more matches I wanted to show you. This one here is an out of time. This is room 4, the villain room. They threw out of time in here with Quicksilver and Vulture. Vulture for the turn 1 turn rewind. But I was using Superior 6 with Quicksilver, and Juicy was in my chat at the time as well watching this match, and he was questioning why were we using Quicksilver. Well, we'll show you here in just a second. So Gobby goes, rewinds some people, then their Quicksilver goes, and then my Quicksilver goes. The reason why we brought Quicksilver is to take off those charges from Black Knight, and that worked out really well. So that way he's not retaliating. And pretty much after that, it was just everybody goes boom on Superior 6. Kraven's gonna take a turn here, just delete most of the rest of them, and it's an easy cleanup after that. So that was probably the smoothest match I had in this round 3. I did end up winning. This was the only round I did win. So that's something to think about when you have a Black Knight you're going up against. Maybe throw a Quicksilver in there to remove those charges. I know Big Time's another good choice to just take away the taunt. So this is the last match I wanted to go over. And somebody thought that bringing Vahl, this big of a Vahl, probably wasn't the greatest idea, because my Vahl ended up taking the ride of Doom, the Doom ride, instead of Scroll. So there is a couple of things to also keep in mind with this match. You want to rewind Goblin with your Scroll special, and if you can hit some characters like a Lizard or a Kraven, this isn't how they were positioned, you'll see that in a second, but you definitely want to rewind Goblin, but you also don't want to drop the chargeable Superior 6 characters, which are Goblin, Kraven, and Doc. If you drop any of them below like 20%, if you drop any of them below 20%, I think it is, then Doc gives a bunch of speed bar. So you make sure you don't do that, and then what the idea behind the team is, Goblin will hit Doom, he'll drop him low, and then Doom will immediately take his turn, and the idea is to send Scroll on the ride, but my Vahl actually had higher damage than my Scroll, so Vahl ended up taking the ride for me. It ended up working out, but I probably would have been a little bit more efficient if Scroll would have gone. I was trying to go for the double exposed, is what I was trying to do, like take advantage of 2 exposed out there, but it didn't end up working out that way because this Spider Slayer died pretty quick. So like I said, I wasn't trying to drop the chargeable Sinister 6 too low until we get the ride from Doom here. Then you can start doing it, but we got the exposed on Goblin. We got Doc out of there. We wanted to take him out quick. Then it's just a cleanup from here. So we do lose, what, Doom and Hela, I think? I say we lose, but man, Kraven hits super hard. But there we go. Scroll did his ult, and we cleared it out. But yeah, just make sure you're bringing the right characters. Hela and Doom is pretty nice because if they kill a Greg, that just rewinds them some. But as far as the heroes go, just try not to bring anybody too powerful to override taking Scroll for the ride. So there you have it. Hope you found that helpful. That's my recap on week 1 of season 7. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you spend those resources wisely, and we will catch y'all later, everyone.